Você já pensou em conseguir entender suas músicas, filmes e vídeos preferidos em inglês sem precisar de legenda? Bom, com esse método você pode aprender tudo isso por um preço muito acessível. E se você não gostar, ainda tem 7 dias para pedir seu dinheiro de volta. Então, se você quer aprender inglês do zero, sem enrolação, para se comunicar mesmo no dia a dia, clica no primeiro link da descrição.
Can we talk about Wet Sand?
Wet Sand.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, this is a beautiful song.
Is it?
This is one of my favorite songs on the record.
Top 5?
Top 5. Like if I'm gonna play songs for people, if I'm gonna pick 5 and just play them like a selection of 5, I play Wet Sand every time.
Yeah.
And a few things stand out to me about it. One is just John came out in with all these beautiful chord progressions, and there was a lot of it, and it was all in these different pieces.
It was in pieces.
And then the first day we worked with Rick, or the second day or something,
Right.
he changed all the pieces around. He said, try this, try that, and it really worked.
That's right.
And I remember it was a real good way to open the pre-production process because you know, Rick's always telling us to do things, and we're like, what do you mean? No way, we're gonna try that. And he goes, please just try everything. If you don't like it, we'll put it back. But he had us do all these things we never would have thought of, and it came out so great. You know, like all of those parts that John had come up with, it really was like, it became such a dynamic song, you know? And this is one song. Did John come up with the lyrics and just you perform in Wet Sand? Those weren't his words?
No, he came in with the chords at the end with the melody, a vocal melody. And when I went up to him and I was like, John, do you mind if I use your vocal melody? Because I love it and I really don't want to. And he usually prefers me to go find my own. Right. And he was like, oh, okay, I guess if you want to use that melody, you can use that melody. Yeah. And then I was like, also, I heard a couple of words in there that you were mumbling, and I kind of liked them. And he's like, oh, no, it was gibberish. Yeah. I was like, I know, but I heard something that sounded cool to me. And he was like, no, really, I was just making up sounds and blah, blah, blah.
I wasn't going to tell him what I was saying when I was singing him the melody of that section. I didn't want him to use my words, but he really wanted to know. What did he say? What did he say?
And I was like, did you say wet sand? He's like, yeah, I think I said wet sand. Wet sand was, part of the thing.
So he forced me to say what I was actually saying, and then he ended up using that. And then I almost was like, well, I got a whole other page of lyrics here if you want to see, but I let it alone. I just let him do his thing with it.
I just took wet sand, those 2 words, and went back, sort of worked backwards through the song.
I get the feeling, and this is an interesting thing, because I'm going to say what the lyrics make me feel, and it's probably not what they're about at all, because I don't know the lyrics. Yeah, but I don't even know all the words, because it's always like I pick them up until I can see the lyrics and read them. I don't know them. Like I just go on little pieces that I hear here and there, you know. But the feeling that I get from it is that it's a love song, but it's a special love song because it's not just about loving somebody and how great love is. It's about the darkness of love, too, and the lightness, and it's all together, and you love it all, and that's the biggest love that there is, because you're really loving the things that you don't like, too.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the feeling that I get from it. That's why, and that's so big to me. That's like the most universal thing.
Yeah, that's the theme of the whole record to me.
To me, too.